you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Gosh, I almost just dropped my phone on the floor.
Where do I start with that one? I don't know. It's hard, that one. I don't know whether I actually have.
I know.
Did you think that when you found that question?
Yeah, I was just
You were
like...
like... Hey guys, it's us, Mum v Teen. Today's video, she's going to ask me questions that you've always wanted to ask your parents, but you're a bit scared to. So we'll see if this helps anybody.
Yeah, so I found some questions online, and she hasn't looked at any of them.
No, I don't know any of them, so this could be fun.
First question, it kind of feels like our
Hurry up.
first video that we did, is, was I a mistake?
No.
Oh.
You wanted to be.
No, not really, but...
No, I always wanted a big family. Always.
Why?
But just because I like kids.
Oh.
I mean, you know I like kids because of the job I do,
like
so I just like kids. So, no, you were definitely not a mistake.
Did I turn out the way you wanted? Like,
Where do I start with that one?
oh, so you're basically saying
No.
no.
The thing is, I don't know about other parents, but I didn't have an idea of this baby is going to be like this.
No, so you're just like...
I would like you to tell the truth a bit more often than you do. And I would like you to not be as moody as you are, but
That's because I'm a teen.
Yeah, that's the age that the stage that you're going through. So yeah, I mean, you are your own person. So as long as you're kind to people and you're honest and you help, couldn't ask for anything else than that.
I'm very kind to people.
You know I love you, so.
I'm all soppy. Is there something you really regret not doing?
Oh, there's loads of things I regret not doing. I think sometimes I was a bit cautious with things. So, I mean, I still am cautious. But I think now, the age I've got to now, I'm kind of like, I don't care. Mm-hmm. I used to sort of like not do things because I was worried what people would think and just, worrying too much about other people. And actually, sometimes you just have to go, it's my life, stuff it. As long as you're not like murdering people and stealing stuff, then, you know.
How long did it take you to lose the baby weight?
I don't know whether I actually have.
I know.
Did you think that when you found that question?
Yeah, I was just
You were
like...
I didn't actually try, really. I just kind of just got on with life. You know, I had other things I had postnatal depression after both of you and your sister. So that was more of a struggle dealing with that than worrying about my weight and what I was eating and all that kind of stuff. It was just dealing with how I was feeling.
It was like Colleen, because when she was pregnant, she was like really big, and then as soon as like a couple of months after, she's like lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, I don't know
She's
how
always
people
been,
do
like,
that.
really thin. When did you know you were ready to get married / have children?
Well, that's a tricky one because I kind of got to the stage in my life. I mean, I met your dad when I was just before I was 30, so I was quite old.
Old?
Well, no, just by like sort of the accepted standards. Now it's kind of more acceptable to have sort of a life first and then get married and have kids. And I'd got through the stage of not really having many boyfriends and stuff and thinking it was never going to happen. I actually convinced myself I was never going to find anybody or have children or anything. So this idea, like at your age, of how my life was going to be, it all just kind of, I was approaching 30 and thought this isn't going to happen. Mm-hmm. And then I met your dad. And it was like very quick that we kind of decided to get married. I mean, we got married 2 years after meeting. That's quite quick by most people's standards, because you usually plan your wedding a year before. You know, you start planning. So after a year, we were like, yeah, we're getting married, kind of thing. So it was very quick.
How did Grandma react? She was like, huh? What?
I don't know, because obviously with me being older, there was probably some of it that were thinking, oh, thank God for that. Yeah, they probably thought they were never going to get rid of me, but I don't know.
When did you know you were ready to have children as well?
Well, obviously the age I was at, time was running out a bit. And as you know, I was pregnant with Molly before we got married, but I didn't know that. I found out a week after we'd got married that I was pregnant. So it was all
surprise.
Yeah, it was. Molly was a bit of a surprise because we hadn't really planned her.
She was a mistake.
No, she wasn't a mistake.
She just wasn't.
It was
kind of
just
like Harlow.
It's kind of the situation where you think it's going to take longer than it did, and it was like, what, already? That was quick, kind of thing. You just assume that you're going to be trying for a few months or whatever before it happens. And with you, we were trying for a few months before it happened. So, you know, it's not always instant, and it's not always like months and months of worry and stress. And aren't I driving yourself potty? Well, because I think when you know you're trying for children, you sort of think, oh, I'm feeling a bit queasy this morning. Oh, could that be it? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so you just, you get yourself and you're like, oh, I'm craving things. And and you sort of make yourself think that you are when you're not. And it's not easy. I really feel for people who have so many problems having children and it never happens naturally, or it's a lot of effort and they can't, it just doesn't happen as it should. Because I was driving myself potty thinking that I was when I wasn't and stuff. And, yeah.
What were some of your biggest struggles and insecurities in high school? Or just in school in general?
Fitting in.
Did you go to college? You didn't?
I did, yeah.
Oh, you did.
Did A-levels at college, yeah.
Everybody goes to college. Well, I haven't gone to college.
You didn't have to back then, but you're supposed to now. You're supposed to be educated until you're 18. So, yeah, just fitting in, I think. Because I had like one good friend from primary school, and then she made friends, and I kind of tagged along with that. But it was just exactly how Molly found it, just fitting in and having a friendship group, and it was just hard work. Friends. Yeah, I just found it really hard work, just trying to, not stand out. It's not easy, school.
Do you wish you had a boy instead of two girls?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Because you don't have a son. But
no, and I did want to have a son.
You have two girls.
But I don't regret. Oh, God, this is hard. Because I love you both exactly as you are, and I wouldn't swap you for the world. But it would have been nice to have had another baby and had a boy. That would have been nice. And I always had a boy's name picked out. And I do feel kind of... What were you going to call
me if I was a boy?
Cameron.
Oh, I always thought that.
I do feel kind of sad that I didn't get to have a child called Cameron, Yeah, I found it difficult, but I love you both. So I'm more than happy to have two daughters.
I'm kidding. Did you ever have second thoughts about marriage and children?
No, I didn't have second thoughts about it, but I was nervous on the morning, definitely, very nervous. Is. But I'm sure everybody has that, where they think the groom's not going to turn up and something catastrophic's going to happen. And
this question's a bit like, have you ever had an abortion?
No.
Oh, that's good, because I think
no,
just like,
I couldn't.
How could you kill
a
child?
I couldn't do that. I know people.
Hello?
Yeah, I know people have to make tough decisions sometimes, because obviously if there's something seriously wrong with the baby before it's born, that's just I really don't know how I could even make a decision in that. And I think you have to be in that situation to be able to work out what you would do. Mm-hmm. You can't say, oh, I wouldn't do it, I would never do it. I think there are situations where I probably would do it, but if the baby was okay, even if it was like Down syndrome or something like that, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. Mm-hmm. It would only be like a life-threatening type illness that I would have to sort of think about. And I just keep thinking about Noah, the boy that was born with hardly any brain.
Yes.
I just keep thinking about him and how amazing he is now. Mm-hmm. And I just couldn't, I'm sure she couldn't even contemplate doing that. She was just told basically that he wasn't going to survive because of how he was. He's amazing. I'll put a link in the description probably so that you can check him out. But been on TV. They did a documentary on him, and DIY SOS. They did their house out for them because they were trying to renovate the house at the same time as looking after Noah. And yeah, horrendous. The house was just in a right state, and they came out and they actually made it amazing for them and added all sorts of extras in that will help them look after Noah. And I'm sure, Shelley, if you're watching this, I doubt it, but if you do get to watch this, hope you're doing okay, and so proud of you and how you've coped.
How do you think you will react when I tell you I have a boyfriend or that I'm pregnant? Obviously in the future, you know.
Yeah, it would depend on when.
When?
If you told me you were pregnant right now, I would probably flip and probably be quite sad and cry a bit.
Oh no.
And think, oh no, what's she done with her life? Why has she done that kind of thing?
So...
I know, but I'm just saying, if that was something that you were going to tell me right now, I'd be like, oh my god. But I would deal with it.
20.
Yeah.
Like early 20s.
I would be okay, but it would also depend on if you had a boyfriend or a partner or something, or if you were just, you know,
single Pringle.
Yeah, single and seeing lots of blokes and then oops kind of thing. That then I would be like, what on earth are you doing? Really? Have I brought you up like that?
Did you ever regret having kids? Like, since you had me and Mol, did you ever like be like, oh, why did I have kids?
Honestly, no.
Oh.
But there are times, especially when I'm sure parents of toddlers will appreciate this, that you just thought, what have I done? Why on earth did I think this was a good idea? You don't have any time to yourself. You can't even go to the toilet without little ones following you and wanting you, and it's so hard work. And then in the shop when they have a meltdown, and
that's me now.
And like the tons of stuff you have to take with you everywhere you go, and then you just find out that you haven't got the one thing that you actually need, and yeah. There are times when I've been like to the point where I am ready to jump off the nearest cliff, and I've thought, what was I doing? But then you have a day where you are just adorable and just amazing, or you come and you say something nice, or you come and help me. Yeah, something like that, and it makes up for all of it. So I'm sure all parents agree with that. That's how you feel. But no, definitely not regretted ever having you, really. Just the odd time when I've been a bit like, well, no, how could anybody do that? How could anybody regret having children?
No, I didn't mean like that's what's born in. I mean like you just like, you know, you haven't done anything interesting, you know.
Thanks.
I don't know. Well, that's all the questions. So.
You think I haven't done anything interesting?
Well, no, but you know what I mean.
Right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. It was a bit of a weird one, but hopefully you've got to know me a bit better, and yeah, a bit more about us anyway. If you did enjoy it, please go down please
Smash
go down
a big thumbs up.
I can't
subscribe.
talk. If you've got this far through the video, please put down below how many children you would like to have, if you want children. Okay, and then we know that you've got to the end of the video. So we hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Why did my voice just go back?
And comment and share the video.
You don't just say a random list of things like that.
No, well, that's what they need to do.